Live from MediaCom Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena. It is ACHA Division I Women's Collegiate Hockey. This game features the Aquinas Saints and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson along with Dan Lee. Dan's doing camera today, so we'll see what happens today with Dan Lee on the camera work.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
Well, otherwise we're not going to have anybody that's going to be able to film this hockey game for us.
Well, we'll do the best we can. That's all there is to it. We've got a good one planned for you tonight, and we're going down for the starting lineups right now.
Yeah, they are so much ahead of us, that's for sure.
University Sun Devils. And now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Arizona State Sun Devils. The head coach of the Sun Devils is Lindsay Ellis. Coach Ellis is joined in the box by assistant coaches Kaylee Marino, Amber Gales, and Mariah Trupp. At right wing, a freshman from Park Ridge, Illinois, number 7, Amy Gullickson. At right defense, a junior from Port Huron, Michigan, number 14, Alyssa Ayers. The center, a freshman from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, number 19, Danielle DuPont. At left wing, a freshman from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 11, Kat Jones. At left defense, a senior from Scottsdale, Arizona, number 5, Casey McGinley. In goal for the Sun Devils, a junior from Cave Creek, Arizona, number 31, Jordan Nash Bolden. Coach Ellis and the Sun Devils. And now for the Aquinas College Saints. The head coach of the Saints is Katie O'Brien. The assistant coaches are Alicia Day, Kristen Lothschutz, and Marlo Pentecost. At right wing, a junior from Walker, Michigan, number 6, Ashley Reese. At right defense, a senior from Ann Arbor, Michigan, number 12, Maria McGuire. The center, a senior from Almont, Michigan, number 91, Maria Manko. At left wing, a senior from Aurora, Illinois, number 8, Izzy Petrowski. At left defense, a junior from Traverse City, Michigan, number 11, Gabby Fournier. In goal for the Saints, a sophomore from Ypsilanti, Michigan, number 7, Allie Kennedy. Coach O'Brien and the Saints. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States stands as a beacon of peace and goodwill with the dedicated duty to preserve freedom and democracy worldwide for the good of all. At this time, will you please rise and remove all headwear to honor America, the greatest nation on earth, and pause to think of our brave men and women in uniform as we listen to the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem from MediaCom Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Arena. Arizona State 3-2-1-1. They do have an overtime loss. The Sun Devils coming off of a big win. Arizona State in yesterday's game 8-1 over Concordia Ann Arbor. And Aquinas College, they are 0-5. They lost to McKendree University earlier this afternoon by a score of 14-0. And that was just a tough one to see. Concordia, though, they had fun doing it, Dan. That's the one thing.
Yeah, they still have a good spirit about them, and we know we're going to see some good things from Concordia down the road. Aquinas really did not look bad against McKendree last night. McKendree, the number 2 team in Division I women's competition, and Aquinas losing by a 4-0 count is really a moral victory for that squad. Let's see what they can do against ASU today.
Yeah, for Aquinas, Allie Kennedy will be in nets in 4 games. She's 0-4 with a 10.98 goals against average and an 848 save percentage. And for Arizona State University, Jordan Nash Bolin in once again. 5 games, she's 2-2-1 with a 9.25 save percentage and a 2.52 goals against average. We are underway here at Mediacom, the final game of the night here. 2 more tomorrow. We hope you'll tune in for that, but immediately Aquinas all the way in their own zone. Chasing it was Maria Manco. It'll go behind the net. Opportunity right out in front. They score. Does Arizona State. Danielle DuPont gets it just 20 seconds into the hockey game, and it is 1-0 in favor of Arizona State.
Well, that didn't take long.
And you could kind of see it developing immediately as the play comes from to the left of the net and in, and it is a 1-0 lead 20 seconds into this first period.
Yeah, just bang, bang, bang. They were ready for the start, and they got exactly what they wanted out of it.
DuPont gets goal number 3 this season, and we will catch John Hinesley's call on any other assist possibly. But Arizona State
scoring for the Sun Devils 20 seconds into the first period. Number 19, Danielle DuPont, off the assist of number 11, Kat Jones, and number 7, Amy Gullickson. Danielle DuPont from Kat Jones and Amy Gullickson for the Sun Devils at 20 seconds into the first period.
Meanwhile, play comes all the way down into the Arizona State zone, and it's covered over by Jordan Nash Bolden. Line change for both teams here with 18:51 to go in the period, and a 1-0 lead.
To the left face-off circle they go as you're looking out from the goal.
And off the draw, puck will be Alyssa Mannies to the far side, broken away from him, taken by Izzy Petrowski, and right into the midsection of the goaltender Jordan Nash Bolden.
And I wondered which one of us would be the first one to do that.
It was me.
Yeah, but we got 4 games into the tournament before it happened, so kudos to us, huh?
Well, kudos to if you want to blame us, but
it's a team effort.
Play is underway to the far side in the Arizona State zone, swept to the near side corner now. Working it is Catherine Jones, spelled with a C. And Catherine Jones out of Scottsdale, Arizona, looking for her first goal of the season. She does have 2 assists behind the net. Now backhander out by Sheridan Gloyd, goes to the corner. It's pinched in now. Good play by Gabby Fournier to keep it down in low. Moved behind the net. 18:07 to go in the period. Good forechecking pressure right now by Aquinas. They keep it in, but it's intercepted. Taken away by Arizona State's Ashlyn Sunderman. She'll give it off on the left side and send it all the way in, where it'll be rushed down by Catherine Jones. Jones trying to work the puck, but it goes to the far side. Held in, though. Molly Potter sends it down in low. A line change now ensuing for Arizona State. Dropped in low by Sunderland. She gets checked off behind the net. 17:35 to go in the period, and a 1-0 lead for the visiting team on the scoreboard. Arizona State comes right up the middle, and it just missed. As Maya Elliott had a good opportunity in front, she missed. Now up again, and this time it's behind the skate of Sydney Hancock and goes off of the skate into the corner, and now it's out to center ice, where it will be Molly Potter. She's chased by Kelly Adrian. Goes to the far side, and it's out, a delayed offside, as Aquinas will line change. Now picked up by ASU. They have a 2-on-1. Working it is Hancock. Over to the left side, trying to get it to Maya Elliott, but it goes to the near side boards. They couldn't get anything set up. Oh, now a misplayed puck and a possibility for Aquinas, but not able to be corralled by Michaela Opperman. Got to come back into the Saints zone. To the near side boards. Somebody goes flying out in front. It comes, but it's taken away, and it'll be cleared by Izzy Petrosky out to center ice. Another backhanded shot hits a skate and makes its way into the Arizona State zone. At center. Sent back underneath the skates of Madison Quinones. Sent to the far side, working it over to Aaron Rawls. Off of Rawls, a stick and out to center, and all the way down where it's going to be chased by Aquinas. Brianna Domres. She'll have it. Now gives it off to Maria Manko. Manko, the captain, gets it sticked away from her, centers it up the middle. Here's a loose opportunity, and it just missed wide as Ashley Reese got the opportunity, and it may have been tipped by the defense, and that's why it went wide. 15:51 to go in the period. 1-0 Arizona State, but you know, Dan, Aquinas has really put on the pressure here in the last couple of minutes.
Oh yeah, that first goal really woke them up, and they said, hey, we can hang with these guys. Let's go.
Lead pass going to Aaron Rawls, too far for her, all the way down. Actually, no, that's 17, Abby Steinman. And that 7 and that 2 look a little similar, but we have, with 15.5 to go, a line change. And now Rawls comes off. So Rawls and Steinman were both in on that play. And here comes Aquinas working a shot in from the right side is Petrosky, and it'll be held on to by the goaltender.
Yeah, I agree totally. Aquinas, after that stumble in the opening moments, has really come to life here in the last couple of minutes, and they're giving this big ASU squad about all they can handle at the moment.
1-0, 20 seconds in, DuPont gets their third of the season. Now it's out to center ice, and Casey McGinley putting some pressure, goes to the right side of DuPont. Offside as McGinley was tackled and went offside on the play.
That was close.
And you know what? That's Amy Gullickson, 7, not 5. So it's a little difficult to see these jerseys. I know we've talked about that before, but give us another 10, 12 games, we'll have it right.
I thought you were going to say 10, 12 years there.
Well, okay, years too, either way. Puck to the far side in the Aquinas zone. Not able to be cleared just yet. And it's stolen by Arizona State. Backtracking is DuPont. Pass to the point, it's out to center, and it'll be chased all the way into the Arizona State zone, where it'll be picked up by Alyssa Manning. Manny has trouble with it, double teamed, or well, at least one person there to get to the puck by the time she was double teamed. Bouncing one now, Kat Jones is there. We'll talk to Kat at the second period intermission. Interesting profession she wants to get into, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, really interesting discussion with that young lady.
And she definitely has the demeanor to be that type of a person, but that's all we're going to give you as far as a hint. You have to wait to the second period intermission for that. 14 minutes remaining in this period. Puck is stolen right out. Up the middle is Petrosky. She had a great opportunity. The second effort is steered aside as Maria McGuire got that one. Steered aside by Nash Bolden. And we come the other way. Here is Kat Jones. Jones with 6 goals and 1 assist gets a drive in, and a save is covered up as Allie Kennedy will hold on to that.
Boy, Pietrowski would really love to have that one back, wouldn't she? She had such a golden opportunity out in front. And it's going to take some extra work to get it through Nash Bolden today.
Yeah, she doesn't have any shutouts yet, but the 2.52 goals against average and a .925 save percentage. That's looking good for her. Shots are 4-3 in favor of Arizona State. The extra shot is a goal, the only one right now. DuPont, 20 seconds into the hockey game. Here comes Arizona State. And it's at the red line, still a scrum for it. Sunderman, she sends it in. And Aquinas able to clear. Saints at the red line. Off of the stick of Natalie Vitas, and it'll go back into the Aquinas zone and quickly sent right out. Now both teams trying to figure things out at the neutral zone. Grabbed by Ashlyn Sutherland of Kamloops, British Columbia. Shot sails wide from Catherine Jones, and she'll go to the bench. Line change commencing for Arizona State. 1-0 in favor of the Sun Devils. They won yesterday 8-1. Puck cleared back into the Arizona State end of the ice, and a line change for the Aquinas Saints. Puck out to center, now to Sunderland. Has some room on the right side. Sunderland across the line. Sunderland, nice move. In front, save, rebound, and it is cleared out to center. Up over the head of Piotrowski, and she's able to go 2-on-2 into the zone now. Piotrowski along with Ashley Reese back up to Piotrowski, and she missed it. Puck to the near side. Cleared off the boards to Sydney Hancock. Got her first goal in yesterday's game. Once again, Aquinas. Piotrowski, shot in, sails up high. Past Piotrowski's stick, goes to the point, held in by Marie McGuire. Still trying to move it, and it is finally flipped out to center ice. Fresh off the bench and able to at least knock it away is Natalie Vitas. It'll go into the left side in the Aquinas zone. Shot in by Beskid is saved. Aubrey Beskid got a shot. And we come the other way with a 3-on-2 for Aquinas. Across the line, drive in from Amelia Bartels is held onto by Nash Bolden. 11:22 to go in the first period.
And really some good end-to-end action right now. Both teams getting some opportunities, both teams skating hard. Not quite as short a bench as we saw with Concordia for Aquinas, but still short a couple of people compared to the ASU roster. But right now, I like their odds. They're doing very well.
Yeah, Aquinas is hanging tough with Arizona State at this point. 11:20 to go in the period. And, you know, we make mention of it yesterday. They lost just 4-0 to McKendree. Well, McKendree won today 14-0 over Concordia. So you kind of think right now that defensively that Aquinas has a couple of things up their sleeve, a couple of tricks to keep things going. Oh, a bad pass, tipped out to center ice. Here is a break for Erin Rawls, and she gets tackled down as she gets the shot off, but no penalty. Play continues. We come the other way. Here's an on-man rush. Now for Aquinas, Tori Fedema. She has it on the right side. Shot off, that's blocked, and it'll be taken away by Finn Larson. It comes out to center ice. Now Casey McGinley, drive in, stick to side by the goaltender Allie Kennedy. And end-to-end action. We come right back out again for McGinley, who clears it to center. Arizona State with some pressure in, and finally Kennedy says, that's enough, let's just stop play here. With 10:16 to go in the period, and a 1-0 lead for Arizona State. That goal again was DuPont's goal. It came out from behind the net on the left side, and she puts it home. And that's the only goal right now as we go back to live action. Puck sent down into the Arizona State zone. It was left by Nash Bolden, who thought it was an icing. Nothing there, so 10:05 to go in the period. Puck is cleared out and sent all the way back down to the Aquinas zone, where it's chased by Amelia Bartels. She'll flip it to the corner, gets it over, and right in front of their own bench of the Aquinas side, it goes off of Kelly Adrian and right back into the Aquinas zone. Arizona State to set things up, trying to hit Alyssa Manny. Instead, they go right side with a drive, and this one off of Sheraton Gloyd's stick, and saved. We come the other way. Back out to the Arizona State end of the ice, where Manny is back to get it in her own defensive end, near side point now. And we get a whistle for a stoppage in play. Hand pass is called. 9:24 remaining in the period. The hand pass will bring it just outside the Arizona State end of the ice. Or are we going to... Yeah, we'll bring it just outside there on the near side. Face-off dot.
We're seeing a little more physicality than we've been used to seeing this weekend as well, Steve.
Yeah, these two teams seem to have been matched up fairly well. And it's the second game, too, so you're starting to get used to the ice, and the bus legs and all that stuff are gone. So, because you know, Dan, we don't see two teams that come in off the bus, so to speak. We're usually here with one team that's good to go. But meanwhile, with 9:05 remaining in the period, puck is cleared out to center ice, and it'll be shot all the way down. This should be an icing, and it is. Icing with 8:58 to go in the period. Bring it back into the ASU end of the ice to the right of Jordan Nash Bolden. Out of Cave Creek, Arizona.
Cave Creek. Didn't we see that in a movie one time? I'm not sure. Sounds familiar.
Maybe some of the strange movies you watch.
It'll come to me.
8:55 remaining in the period. 1-0 Arizona State. They got that goal 20 seconds into the game by DuPont, her third of the season. At center. Across the line. Here comes an opportunity for Vitus, and she goes right through the crease. Nothing doing there. Kat Jones, can she clear it? Enough to get it out to center ice. Gives it over to Catherine Jones. Now Catherine with it. Shot sails wide. We asked Kat if she goes by Catherine or Kat, and she said she's been Kat pretty much her entire life. So it was a little easy when two Joneses by the name of Catherine were on this hockey club, and meanwhile the puck gets stopped off the side of the net and frozen by Kennedy.
And it was fortunate that she does go by the name Kat easily. When you get on a team with two people named Catherine Jones, it can be a problem.
And I think we're giving away too much, but we're going to just tease you one more time with Katie O'Brien, who we're going to talk to, the head coach of Aquinas, in the first period intermission. And they have great names, great nicknames for their players.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Is coming right in and getting an opportunity with Sunderman, and stopped right on the doorstep is Allie Kennedy. Nicknames you would not have expected.
Right.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So there's your tease for our two intermission guests, Katie
We're actually
O'Brien.
going to end up with people tuned in just for intermission.
There you go. Katie O'Brien, first period of Aquinas, and second period, Kat Jones of Arizona State. Puck is cleared out to center. Here's a possible break for Petrosky. And Izzy Petrosky gets a shot that's tipped up high and wide. Now it'll go down low to Ashley Reese. On her knees, she gets it to Piotrowski. It comes out to the point, and nobody there down the middle, and cleared back across the big Ice Bear head. Missouri State does play here in this arena. And we get a whistle for an icing call. 7:29 to go in the period. Referee Mark Crossbar Marzola.
Oh, you didn't. You did not do that.
You throw him on video, and I'm going to talk about him. There's a story behind that, but we got a hockey game going on. 7:23 to go in the period. Far side boards over to Alyssa Ayers. She got a goal in yesterday's game too. Has 2 goals and 1 power play opportunity too for her. Puck comes all the way into the Aquinas zone. Piotrowski is there, cannot clear it. Or cannot hold it in, that is, as it's taken away by Arizona State. Nobody at the line, but it still managed to stay in the zone, and finally it's out.
But not very far.
As it's sent right back in. Good pressure now. Avery Martin is there for Aquinas. She gets the puck out as there was 3 Saints there, and they couldn't get control of it. Now racing in hard and getting an opportunity is Beskid with a shot that misses wide. Great hustle there by Aubrey Beskid, as right on her back was Maria McGuire of Aquinas. Now in front of the Arizona State zone. Puck taken away as Michaela Opperman sends it in, and it's held on to.
Nice safe play by Jordan Nash Bolden right there. Keep things from getting too out of hand.
6:14 remaining in the first period. Shots are 12-5 in favor of Arizona State. Finn Larson comes in to take the draw. She'll try to win it from Gabby Fournier, and through the final push through, it'll be moved to the corner, and it's out to center ice. Here might be a break. Steinman all alone right side. She shoots, and a glove save. Rebound. It's moved to the corner. Rawls trying to pick it up. Now it comes out in the middle and a backhander score. Finn Larson gets her first point for Arizona State, and it's 2-0 Sun Devils. Was she happy about that? First goal for Finn Larson.
And that was just a hard work goal right there. You send the puck in, you send as many people crashing in as you possibly can, and you just keep working away and whacking at it, and sooner or later you get one home. And that's basically what happened there. And that's one happy hockey player right there. So 2-0 now as Arizona State University tries to stretch it out a little bit here with 5:51 left to go in the first period.
Yeah, this one coming at 14:09 of the period. And let's catch the call.
At the 14:09 mark of the first period, number 18, Finn Larson, off the assist of number 17, Abby Steinman. Finn Larson from Abby Steinman for the Sun Devils at 14:09 of the first period.
So that's the call there. And she gets her first goal with Arizona State. 2-0 in favor of the Sun Devils as we have a face-off in the Aquinas zone after shot was covered up by Kennedy. Face-off in the zone, and it's won and cleared all the way down into the Arizona State end of the ice, racing hard, and it was waved off because Izzy Piotrowski was able to race and get to the hash marks in front and wave it off, so nothing going there. Into the near side corner now. Manko will send it to the half boards. Piotrowski is in there. Helping out is Brianna Domreyes, and they let it go. Play continues. Taken away by Arizona State. Molly Potter. Potter to the far side. Over to Kat Jones off of her. Now Lowell on the right face-off, the left face-off circle. Swung back, hits the referee. Stolen, and a opportunity as getting pushed down in front was Gabby Fournier. She got another opportunity in front. Actually, no, that wasn't her. That was Ashley Reese, who just went to the bench. She got the opportunity, and now we come the other way. Puck cleared out and a delayed offside for Arizona State as they shoot it right in with 4:20 to go in the period. And it's kind of been all Arizona State at this point.
But with some good flashes.
Exactly, I'm going to say, with the exception of some good pressure that Aquinas has put on. And it's cleared out to center. Kicked ahead and sent into the zone after a line change for Alyssa Manny, but now we get a whistle for the offside, or the coverage, that is, not on the offside. Face off to the left. Aquinas goaltender Allie Kennedy.
And this is where Aquinas has got to step up their game a little bit on the face-off circle.
And they don't win it. Here's a shot in, saved by Kennedy. The rebound is loose. And after Casey McGinley's drive was deflected, that's what led to goal number 2. Was Kennedy not fully covering the puck. It was still loose, and the officials let it play. And then it was backhanded in by Finn Larson for her first goal. Face-off is won and cleared out to center, and chasing all the way in is McGinley. She's able to get possession of it again and just got it off in time before it was deflected away from her. Chmielowski sends it to center ice. Comes into the Aquinas zone. Here's some room for Sunderman. She gets taken out of the play by Fournier. Near side boards. 3:22 to go. 16-5 are the shots in favor of Arizona State, that is. Far side boards. Sun Devils still with possession. Ayers. Alyssa Ayers out of Port Huron, Michigan, the junior, has her pass taken away. And Aquinas is able to clear it out to center ice. McGinley gets as far as the line, and it's sent right back in and all the way down, where it'll be controlled now by the Sun Devils. Once again, Ayers the lead pass. Here's some room, catching Aquinas in a line change. Sunderman shoots, and it's gloved on and held on to by Allie Kennedy.
And boy, they could have had a big problem there. They did have a player breaking in on the right side, And at one more second to look at the situation, and the pass might have gone to the player instead of the goal.
Well, I think Kennedy did the smart thing. She realized that they were in the midst of a line change, and let's go ahead and get that stoppage instead of maybe a possible rebound and nobody there to cover. Here comes Aquinas. They have a 2-on-1 working. Piotrowski with a drive save, rebound, and off of the attempted rebound by Kelly Adrian, it's held onto by Jordan Nash-Bolin. So Aquinas is getting the good opportunities. They are really creating some scoring chances. They are getting good shots, but they're handleable shots for Nash-Bolin. And she's able to do that and not allow the good rebound opportunities. Puck is cleared out to center ice, even though Aquinas is getting them. And the captain will send it in, Maria Manko. 2:11 to go in this first period. Shot 16-7 now. We'll have games for you tomorrow also. A 3 o'clock face-off. That's Aquinas and Concordia. And then 7:30 once again. It'll be Arizona State and McKendree. I think all those teams will match up fairly well with what is planned for tomorrow. 1:45 to go. Line change for both teams. Now here's Sheridan Lloyd. Comes up the middle and taken away by Manny. Can she clear it? It is out to center ice. Lead pass to Finn Larson. Larson looking for two now. Goes to the near side. Around the official and stays in the zone. Finally, it's poked out to center. Arizona State finishes up a line change. Molly Potter will get it up to center. It's as far as it goes. Shot right down in, no icing. And chasing it is Quinones. Puck is held in. Good play by Piotrowski. Here it goes to the corner. And Izzy Piotrowski is looking as we're going to get a penalty. It's going to go against Arizona State. And going into the penalty box will be Aaron Rawls. So the first power play of this hockey game goes to the Saints.
And I'm not sure what happened on that play to get that penalty, to tell you the truth. Maybe interference?
I think it was interference.
So let's see what Aquinas can do with a power play opportunity.
Aquinas on the power play. They're 0 for 11. They have not scored on the power play this season, but they almost do here. Rebound in front and 2 second effort opportunities. Piotrowski, she was looking for goal number 60 in her hockey career. She has 59 total, and she was that close from getting number 60. Off the draw again, goes to Piotrowski. Shot that's knocked down and played with a high stick, but it's let go as Fournier had to send it right back in.
I really thought that was offside.
Oh, I thought it was too. Here's a drive in and a save as Piotrowski got that. Yeah, I thought that came outside the zone myself too, and the officials let that one go. 36.7 seconds remaining in the period. 1:38 to go on the power play. And off the draw, it is one again, and Piotrowski behind the net. She's getting tied up by McGinley. Now Aquinas working with 26 seconds left. Captain Manko. She sends it down to Piotrowski. She's behind the net, looking in front. Manko skating through the crease. Piotrowski kicks it ahead to Manko, and good play to keep it going. Now, as McGinley spins around with 10 seconds to go, can't clear it. Held in again. Vitas with it. Oh, no, that's actually 91 Manko, and the puck is cleared out to center, and that will do it for the period. But 1:01 remains in the power play for Aquinas, and Dan, they just ran out of time there. They were on the edge of possibly getting something going.
Oh, I would definitely consider that a threat to ASU's dominance in this hockey game, and they were looking pretty good on that power play. They still have a minute and a second left in the second period to get that period started, and with a little time to think about a game plan, they might just find themselves getting on the board early in that second period. We'll wait and see what happens, but very entertaining first period and a good struggle. Shots on goal only 16-9 in favor of Arizona State University, so that'll tell you right away Aquinas is hanging tough.
Yeah, they definitely are. although it was kind of tough in the first period. The first goal of the game, 20 seconds in. DuPont gets it on the nice feed from Kat Jones. Also, Gullickson getting an assist, and it is 1-0 in favor of Arizona State. Then at the 14:09 mark, Finn Larson gets her first goal of the season, as puck was not held on to as well as it should have been by the goaltender, Kennedy, and 2-0 is where we stand after one period of play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, have a chat with the head coach of the Aquinas Saints and Katie O'Brien. We'll do that in just a moment. After 20 minutes, 2-0 McKendree.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
We're back at Mediacom Ice Park. Steve Cass and Dan Lee. The head coach of the Aquinas College Saints and Katie O'Brien is joining us. And Katie, tough already, 0-5 on the season to start. You, like everybody else, seemed for some reason to catch Miami of Ohio in the beginning of the season. And I know that was the thing with Concordia. They did that. Now you guys get the same thing. What is it with starting off the season with the past national champion?
Well, it's a tough start, that's for sure. But you got to play them at some time. And we started out the season last season like that too. So we also had Adrian following that. So it's been a tough beginning, but we're here now and we're ready to keep moving on.
And actually a pretty good contest last night with McKendree. McKendree very highly ranked and thought of. I think they're ranked at number 2 going into this season. And you guys came out and played them a good game, 4-0 count. And against a team like that with a short bench like yours, that's saying something about the caliber of players you have working for you.
Yeah, we improve every game. It's just small accomplishments here and there, and we're starting to slowly put it together. And I think that's important.
Let's go back on your hockey history for just a couple of minutes here and take us through the steps that led you into the game of hockey and how all that started way back when.
Ooh. Well, both my brothers played hockey, and so my parents thought it was fair for me to get an opportunity, and so I fell in love with it. I did have one practice as a figure skater, but that's as far as it went. So it's been hockey ever since.
You like that a whole lot more then?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there's a movie like that.
Oh, yeah.
Except
Ice Princess or whatever it is?
No, it was...
no?
All I remember is Toe Pick. Why can't I remember the name of the movie? But it was male on the male side. He started out as a figure skater, or a hockey player, then became a figure skater. And I can't remember for the life of me the name of it, what it was called. It's on the tip of my tongue. As this interview goes on, I'll try to figure it out. But
now you've done it.
Yeah,
he'll break his brain trying to think of it.
So
okay, so your brothers kind of got involved with your brothers and playing hockey that way. Were there many opportunity for young ladies to play hockey where you're from?
Not originally. Not when I was young. When I was young, it was just playing on boys' teams. And then when I became an 8th grader, there was a 19 and under team. So I was an 8th grader playing on the 19 and under, and that was really the only option around.
Yeah, but hey, that kind of philosophy leads to what you're doing now. You started off against the boys. That makes it tougher. That makes it harder. That makes it more satisfying when you do something right and get that level going a little bit deeper into it. Now you've got a young team. You're diving right in. You're playing people like Miami and McKendrick and all that. And that's how you learn. That's how you grow. And you're going to be a lot tougher down the road for it.
Correct.
And that's a good philosophy to have. So you're the kind of person, you strike me as the kind of person that just, you're not going to take the easy way. There's always more reward the other way.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. And obviously your girls follow that philosophy as well?
I think so. I don't think that they, sit down for a challenge. And they're ready to step up, so.
They asked me, I met a couple of them in the hallway, and they said, ask her really hard questions.
Sure they did.
They did. That's exactly what they said to me. They said,
Well,
ask her really hard questions.
We have to think of them first, and they're not very hard if we have to think of them. But I will mention the fact that, you have 5 seniors, 16 players, 5 seniors, 6 sophomores, 2 freshmen, 3 juniors, kind of a mixture. But you have that 5 senior core, which is in a sense almost close to not really, but half of your team. Recruiting is obviously a big issue, and now you know that you're faced with losing at least those 5 players. What are you doing to make sure that you will get a competitive team on the ice?
Well, we've been out early getting to the tournaments and scouting, trying to get the girls in early because this is our 4th season, and, our first group is now moving on, which is crazy and wonderful at the same time. So we're just starting to get our name out there and, really push the tournaments.
How do you go about recruiting? Where do you go looking?
Mostly to the Detroit side, and then we'll head over to Chicago for some tournaments, and then probably about once a year we go across the bridge to Canada.
One of your players who's a senior who's going to graduate is Izzy Petrowski. She, what do you say, 59 goals, 43 assists, 102 points. And not only is she a great hockey player, but she's an ultimate Frisbee player. She apparently loves that. She's a big athlete in that respect. But you get a player like that, and you lose those type of points. Obviously, you're looking for people like her to replace.
Correct, definitely. She was just showing me before I came up here her stick for the game and her tape job, and said there were some goals in it. So.
So you can tell from the tape job?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
It looked really good, too.
Wow, that is hockey. That is a hockey player.
Another person, Maria Manko, your senior defenseman, second in the team in points, 36 goals, 34 assists. For a defenseman to have 70 points in her career, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, we just moved her to center a couple weeks ago. But yeah, she was actually originally a forward, and the first season we moved her back to D because we just needed the numbers there. She's just the type that says, okay, coach, wherever you want me to go. And so she put all those points up on defense.
And of course we have to talk about Allie Kennedy. I mean, oh my goodness. You held McKendree to 4 goals last night, and the numbers, the stats that she's put up so far this season are just unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, given the situation where she had to make 79 saves the first game, and if that wasn't good enough, then against Adrian, she makes 80 saves. Granted, it was a lopsided loss, but we've seen that. Same thing as we mentioned the game that we just got done featuring, which was Concordia Ann Arbor. And their goaltender, Brittany Sibson, same thing. I mean, both goaltenders facing a lot of rubber and a lot of shots this season. But you got to look at the positive side where you have someone that can stop the puck. I mean, the save percentage is there. You can't look at the goals against. That's there. And if you can build around that, then you're going to be successful in any way you look.
Yeah, she's every coach's dream. She's just a sophomore. She was our starting goalie last year. She's just remarkable.
So we've talked about your early years. Let's talk about after you got out of the house and moved on, left home. Where did you go from there, and how did that further your career?
Well, I played at Finlandia University for a few years, and then I came back home to Grand Rapids, and I enrolled at Aquinas, and I actually finished up there, and then a couple years later they contacted me and said they were starting a women's hockey team because there weren't a lot of women's coaches at that point, and I was coaching amateur for the Grand Rapids Griffins. And so that's just kind of how it all fell together.
And do you teach as well, or are you strictly hockey?
I just coach there.
Okay, well that's the way it should be.
That's always a great thing to have your only job as being the head coach, which we are talking to Katie O'Brien of the Aquinas College Saints, head coach for them. And Katie, this is your only 3-game weekend of the season. Are you going to judge kind of when you get to finally that 3rd game, kind of how the girls have done, playing 3 games in a row? It's tough. When you have practices, do you practice for stamina? Do you practice to make sure that you can play that 60-minute game? And obviously tomorrow, after tomorrow's game, you'll be able to assess that.
Yeah, we do a lot of interval training. Being a small team, you kind of have to be able to make it through all 3 periods. So with such a short bench. So we practice for this, and after your first weekend of games, you're thinking, oh wow, I'm not quite in hockey shape yet. So it's just building over the weekends.
Now, in most of the conversations we've had with the other coaches and team members of the other teams, a lot of these young ladies play more than one sport. They're usually multi-sport people. Do you have some multi-sport talent on your team?
Yeah, I have a couple hockey lacrosse players on our team. So.
And those two games kind of go hand in hand, don't they?
Yeah. Yep.
Except one's on ice, one's on grass. That's big, a little different, but still the same.
Right.
Same thought, same idea.
Yeah. So these athletes, they just love to compete. That's all there is to it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Who do we look to tonight for that one person who they're going to go out there and it's going to be 60 minutes of hockey for them, and they're going to give you everything they got for 60 minutes? Well,
definitely our goalie, Allie Kennedy. She's definitely going to be there all 60 minutes, holding her team up. And I think the other one you got to look for is Izzy Piotrowski. She's looking for that net. It's been a long few games without the net, so she's ready to put it in.
Yeah, she's looking for number 60, as I mentioned. 59 goals in her career. This will be 60 if she gets it, and it's got to be tough. This is a team, you mentioned 4 years in existence. You've been there all 4 years. Mm-hmm. But the last win, the last victory came against Notre Dame back on February 11th of last season. It's been a while since you had that big W. How do the team keep their spirits up?
Definitely in the locker room last night after the loss, I was definitely hungry for a win, especially even just to get on the scoreboard at that point. But they're still pointing out the things they're doing right and what they're learning every game, and I commend them for that. They're definitely keeping the right attitude. So, we'll get there.
All right.
Joining us is head coach of the Aquinas College Saints, and that is Katie O'Brien. And Katie, if you had to pick, and maybe Izzy's the one, but if you had to pick somebody as far as the person that's kind of that go-to inspirational person, who is it on your team right now?
Well, that's a tough one.
Well, they wanted us to ask a tough question.
Hey, finally a tough question.
Yeah.
I don't know. They get pumped up by their captains, and all the captains have a different role in the team. So, Gabby, she definitely pumps them up with the music and the dancing, and the inspirational words definitely come from Manx or McGuire, and I think that they all get themselves pumped up in that way.
Okay, one final question. This, I don't think it's going to be that hard. So what are some of the nicknames for the players?
Well, we kind of have a boy name theme. There's Mike, there's Gabe, there's Mags, there's Dom, Bart, Martin.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, for Mike for Michaela, correct?
Yep.
And
Gab for Fournier.
Yep.
Okay.
Bart, Amelia Bartels, I assume.
Yep.
And Dom for Brianna Domrays.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's interesting.
Yes.
Did they do this or did you?
It was a combination. It just kind of kept building over the years. So. Yeah.
Okay. So we're all right with the two-man advantage.
Yes, that's okay.
Okay, that works. We're going to have to get going. Coach, so good to talk to you today. You're going to be busy as a beaver here in just a little bit, and we wish you well out on the ice.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, and hopefully get that first win here this weekend, okay?
Here we go.
All right, we'll take a break. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in just a moment.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We return to Mediacom Ice Park at the Stan Melton Ice Arena. It is a 2-0 lead. McKendree Did I say McKendree, Dan? Don't tap me when we're just about to get on the air.
I'm sorry.
It's Arizona State with a 2-0 lead. McKendree won today. They won 14-0 over Concordia Ann Arbor.
Interesting, when they came out on the ice at Arizona State University, the starters for the period came out on the ice first before the rest of the team. I've never seen that happen before. I wonder what the significance of that is.
Because they were already ready to come out, and then Arizona State made their way out. As you can see, they came out a little bit too soon. The home team's supposed to come out after the visiting team.
No. I mean, just the starters, the 6 who will start this period for ASU came out before the rest of their teammates.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I've never seen them do it like that before, but they sat out there by their lonesome for a little while before the rest of their teammates joined them. We start this period with a power play opportunity for Aquinas.
Yeah, 1:01 remaining on that. Aquinas will skate from the right to the left, Arizona State from the left to the right, and it's Aquinas with possession of the puck. Abby Fournier. She avoids a stick check, gets it as far as the blue line, and it's sent down across the neutral zone into the Aquinas end of the ice. Working it now is Elisa Ayers, gets a shot off right through the crease. Taken away by Aquinas, kicked ahead by Fournier. She has trouble with it on the one-hand opportunity, and it's sent back down into the Aquinas end.
All the way back into the corner.
Saints, who are 0-5, they are looking for their first goal on the road. They have not yet scored a goal this season on the road.
And having trouble getting it out of their own end as they are on the power play.
And they do have 15 seconds remaining. But much like we saw McKendree do against Concordia Ann Arbor, there was nothing doing on the power play. When Concordia had it, you wouldn't even have known. And now we get an icing call. Face-off will come back down into the Saints end of the ice.
Yeah, we kind of wondered if that might have been a pretty good advantage for Aquinas to come out here with a minute's worth of power play time. But you know what? I think most of the good planning was done by ASU on that penalty kill. Still 8 seconds left on it, though.
And off the draw, puck is won and possession to Arizona State. McGinley. She's pulled off the play. Izzy Pietrowski will have it. It's behind the net. And now it'll be taken by Gabby Fournier, the junior out of Traverse City, Michigan. Fournier looking for her first point. Puck is cleared out to center, and it is taken away by Arizona State. Line change, which allows Chimnovsky to come in, and she gets a shot off, steered into the side. A bad, inopportune line change there for Aquinas. Now the puck comes to center ice, and out to Sheridan Lloyd. Grabbed by Maria Manko. Lead pass comes all the way down. This should be an icing call, and it is not. It's been waved off. Play continues. 18:15 to go in the period. We're 5-on-5. Puck is out to center ice, and it is Amelia Bartels. Sends it over to the right side, helped in by Brianna Domrays, but intercepted where Bartels will have it and clear it right back into the Arizona State zone. 2-0 Sun Devils. Goals at 20 seconds. DuPont her second at 14:09. Larson her first. And now it is Arizona State with possession in their own zone. Puck stolen briefly, held in by Bartels. Kick to the corner and work to the corner to Tony Fidema, and we come the other way. All the way down. Icing will be the call. So icing will bring it back into the Arizona State end of the ice, and not able to make that line change will be Aquinas.
Shots on goal still within reason, 18-9 in favor of Arizona State University.
And off the draw, that'll be taken by Arizona State to the corner and just past the stick of Maria McGuire, and it's all the way down into the Aquinas zone. Fournier. Lead pass as a couple of Saints fall down, comes in the zone. Now for Arizona State. Working it is Sydney Hancock. Centers it right out in front. Save, rebound, as on the doorstep with Catherine Jones. And stretching out the pads, practically doing the splits, was Kennedy. And she's able to keep it out of the net. 17:03 to go in the second period. Don't forget our next broadcast. It'll be right here, Aquinas and Concordia Ann Arbor, 3 o'clock tomorrow. We hope you'll tune in for that. Meanwhile, off the draw, puck goes to Maya Elliott, and she will send a shot in that's held on to by Kennedy. 16:53 to go in the period. And another face-off in the Aquinas zone. It's just 2-0, Dan, despite being outshot 20-9. And again, you get the feeling if Aquinas can just get a quick goal here, not only will they have scored their first goal on the road, but they'll be within a goal of Arizona State, and they're pushing for it.
Yeah, it can make all the difference in the world if they could get one home right here.
Manko gets it out to center, tipped off Pietrowski's stick, and we'll have a stoppage in play. 16:38 to go in the period. This faceoff will come at center ice. Closest faceoff, Doc, to where the puck came out, and it came out right at center. So that is the closest faceoff dot. Now we have Rawls coming off, and I think they're going to throw a different player on. That different player is Daniel DuPont.
Well, and now that we get one kicked out of the circle.
Well, that's because of the delay for the player. Now, as DuPont wins the draw, it'll be her after a pinball to take possession of the puck. A delayed offside, lead pass. It went off of the stick of Quinones, and we come the other way. At center. Sent into the Arizona State zone. Drop down below. Potter is to chase. Kept in by Pietrowski, looking for somebody up front, and it goes right through the crease. 16:06 remaining in the period. 2-0 Arizona State. Behind the net, looking for a bank off the net, and they do get it. Pietrowski with it. Comes right in front of Spaulding. Shot and in. Kelly Adrian gets the goal, and it's the first time this season on the road that Aquinas has scored, and they're within one. It is 2-1, 15:53 remaining in the second period.
And what did we say? If they could get a quick one right here, this might change the tide entirely of this hockey game, because all of a sudden you've got a dangerous little squad that says, I think I can. And it's only a 2-1 hockey game. And we're about to see something pretty magical in a moment, I believe. Now ASU can stop all that with a quick goal back the other way. So let's see how they can respond.
We'll hear from John Hinesley as we now have a 2-1 hockey game on a great second effort in front.
Scoring for the Saints at 4:07 of the second period. Number 15, Kelly Adrian, off the assist of number 8, Izzy Pietrowski. Kelly Adrian from Izzy Pietrowski for the Saints at 4:07 of the second period.
So Adrian gets her first point, first goal, and right out in front they have a sprawling goaltender, Kennedy, and a score. Coming back is Daniel DuPont to get her second goal of the game, fourth of the season, and it's 3-1, and that is tough.
That is how you kill momentum right there.
And for a team that just got within a goal, and to have this happen is extremely tough. Play starts after a dig into the corner, and nobody in front after the initial save, and then the follow-up with the goaltender down and out, and it goes in the net. And that's just got to be extremely tough. But here in the second period, a 3-1 hockey game for Arizona State. We'll catch the call from John Hinesley, but it is DuPont's fourth goal, second of the game. And Arizona State back to a 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, all that hard work, scramble back into the game, make it a 1-goal game, and then boom, there it goes again. That is just a real momentum killer right there.
Ayers had it, but broken up by the captain, Manko. And it's Ashley Reese now with it. Got it as far as center ice. And here comes Bartels. Shot in, and it's held on to. by Jordan Nash Bowling.
No, honey.
Well,
You like that Cotton Eye Joe, don't you?
well, no, what I'm waiting for is John Hinesley to tell us who scored the goal, and that's not happening. At least to get the assists. I mean, I know who scored the goal. I just want to get the assists on it. Shots 22-12.
Scoring for the Sun Devils at 4:54 of the second period, number 19, Danielle DuPont, off the assist of number 7, Amy Gullickson. Danielle DuPont from Amy Gullickson for
And there you
the
go.
Sun
There's
Devils
your answer.
at 4:54 of the second period.
So 14:02 remains in a 3-1 game now, and we'll say it again. If Aquinas can get another goal, they'll be in great shape. Their first goal this season on the road, they score it, and it goes to Adrian. Kelly Adrian, the senior from Alpena, Michigan. Now they come again, a shot in, and this one is held on to as it came off the stick of Fedema. Another face-off. In the Arizona State zone.
Always thought that was a good hockey song right there.
This one?
Yeah, taking care of business.
Well, for about 20 seconds, I'll take that back, it's probably about 39 seconds. And it looked like Aquinas was taking care of business. After coming within 2-1, as they're right on the doorstep again, a push shot this time by Adrian again is held on to by Jordan Nash Bolden. So we'll do the face-off once again to the left of Nash Bolden, right as you look at it on Web Sports Radio. Blast in, sails wide. That off the stick of Maya Elliott. Near side battle with 13:05 to go in the period. Coming up, second period intermission. Kat Jones will be our special guest of Arizona State. Leading scorer for Arizona State. 6 goals and 1 assist and a power play tally. Puck out to center. Aquinas quickly. Domreyes will have it. She gets past a couple of people and now gets a couple of shots on, and she's going to chase her own shot. Line change for Aquinas. New players on the ice, including Fedema. Can't hold it in at the line. Trying to help out was Gabby Fournier, and now they will change that last person up. This puck stolen right out in front, and an opportunity for Vitas was sent wide. 3-1 in favor of Arizona State. They got the first goal, 20 seconds. DuPont, 14:09. Larson ties it up for Aquinas. Or I take that back. It's 2-0. Larson gets it for Arizona State. Then Adrian with her first to make it a 2-1 game. That's at 4:07 of the second. And then at 4:54, DuPont gets her fourth, and that's where we stand right now.
And right now, Aquinas putting on some good forechecking pressure, keeping ASU pinned back just a little bit.
They are with 11:44 to go. And the puck is finally cleared out to center. On goal, so no icing. And steered off to the side by Kennedy. Quickly trying to catch ASU in a line change. Here is Vitas. Left side with a shot, and it's partially blocked off the shin of Molly Potter. 11:22 to go in the period. Far side boards. Line change for Aquinas. Here is a potential as it comes into the zone and knocked away from ASU, cleared out to center and sent right back in on, do we get a delayed offside? Yeah, we did momentarily. Ryan Armstrong calling that delayed offside. Puck is up the middle, pocket picked, and behind the back shot by Abby Steinman is held on to by Kennedy. 10:55 to go in the period, and a 3-1 lead for Arizona State.
You think she was trying to put that right on the dot when she shoved it out there toward the face-off circle?
I think so.
Yeah.
Just looking for some help.
Little curling action there.
Oh, yeah. She was definitely looking to do that. Just a 360 behind the back kind of shot. Why not? Get it on net. The goaltender doesn't know or really realize you're doing it, and you've got traffic.
That isn't what I was talking about at all, but that's okay.
Puck up the middle and a save, as getting the shot was McKinley. Are you talking about that turnaround shot in the slot?
No, I'm talking about the goaltender pushing the puck out toward the face-off dot and almost landing it on the dot.
Well, yeah, deflecting it away. That's what you want to do.
No, this was after the play.
Oh, I got it. Well, yeah, you're just trying to help everybody out. She knows where the face-off's going to go.
Never mind. You'll see it on replay on West Sports Radio.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and that's where she wanted the face-off to be. Here's a drive-in that misses wide. I mean, why not? Throw a little reverse psychology in there and say, I want the face-off here. So here's where I want to put the puck. McGinley's shot went wide. It comes out to center. And now grabbed by Kat Jones, who we will talk to in about 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Far side boards. And we'll talk to her, as we mentioned earlier, about her very interesting career that she wants to get into. Puck behind the net. Worked now by Bartels. Not cleared. Shot is deflected, and it's out to center ice. McGuire on the backhander all the way down into the Arizona State zone. Do we get an icing call? We do. Icing with 9:24 to go in the period. Faceoff will bring it back into the Aquinas end of the ice.
I think that's Ryan's territory, isn't it?
It's what territory?
I think I just knocked that thing for a loop.
You're good, Dan. Just don't kick anything else. Don't pull any cords.
You see, you were expecting somebody coordinated to do this for you tonight.
When I first met you, I thought you were coordinated.
Hey, boy, did I fool you.
You did. We do care for each other. It just doesn't sound like it. 9:18 to go in the period, and a spin-around shot, save, rebound goes right through. As a good opportunity that was just missed by Avery Chmielowski. Nobody there up in the middle, and it goes to the right point, still held in. Drop down in low. Chmielowski from the side of the goal line. We're going to get a penalty. It goes against Arizona State. It's a high stick. And so an opportunity for Aquinas now on the power play. They have yet to score on the power play, but they get an opportunity. Vitas will go with the high stick. Power play number 2 for the Saints.
And again, we're right back where we were a little while ago. If the Aquinas Saints can get a goal right here, all of a sudden you're looking at a totally different hockey game. They did it before, not on a power play, but they got one before. Let's see what they can do.
And off the draw, it is one. Can the Saints keep it in? To the point they do. Fournier will send it down in low. Now it is taken away and cleared all the way down. 8:32 to go in the period. And losing it was Brianna Domrays, but now taken by the captain, Manko. Manko left side, intercepted and cleared. 8:16 to go in the period, and 1:25 remaining in the power play. Aquinas having a little trouble getting it out of their zone, but they finally move it, and a headman pass to Pietrowski. Izzy down the right side, moves it down in low, a shot in that goes behind the net as she passed over to the corner to Fournier, who got that shot off of maybe the glove of Jordan Nash-Bolin. Line change for Aquinas. Saints out of their own zone. Now working it up is McGuire, and that's as far as she goes in front of the ASU bench, and it's deflected by the goaltender, Kennedy, and up to center ice. It'll be moved to Vitas. 41 seconds remaining. Aquinas has yet to get something really established, and if they can in 34 seconds, but the puck is cleared out to center. Here might be a break. Leading it on the right side is Jones, and Catherine gets poke checked away. Up the middle on the backhander by Catherine. We come the other way. Here is a 2-on-2, and it starts with Vitas. She'll send it in. Looking to hit Michaela Opperman, but it's intercepted. Didn't get to her. Though taken at the point, and a backhander in. is saved as Bartels got that shot. Power play has 3 seconds. It's still along the line. An opportunity to keep possession, and it is cleared. Here might be a break coming out of the box. All alone is Sunderman. Left side, she shoots, and she missed it. Missed it left, and we come the other way with a shot from the right side by Gullickson that misses. Racing in is McGinley. Up the middle. Broken away with 6:29 to go in the period, and a 3-1 lead still for Arizona State. And they had a great opportunity just right there moments ago as Sunderman came out of the penalty box and was able to break free. I don't mean came from the penalty box area. And here we get a shot in and a save as
if we can
Fournier.
go back just a second, something I want to discuss with you as a goalie on that situation where you got a player coming out of the box. Kennedy is down here in goal, and she's wrapping the heck out of that stick on the ice, letting their teammates know this is about to happen. We need to get somebody back. And they didn't that time, and I wondered if that was a miscommunication there. Or was that player who was supposed to come back tied up somewhere?
Well, that's probably what it was, because that's one of the reasons the goaltenders do that, is they want to let your defense know to drop back a little bit. Power play is just about to get over. I mean, you do lose track of time on the ice, that's for sure. In fact, you lose track of time in the penalty box. I remember working for LA. I was working a penalty box, and you would think that these guys would want to get out of the box, and I told him that as we get an opportunity in here, and off the glove as Sydney Hancock got it. Kennedy had it go off of her glove, and it went wide. But I tapped one of the guys. I don't know exactly who it was, but I said, hey, time to get out. And he was just sitting there listening. And finally I had to push him and tell him to get out. I'm sure he got a lot from his coach as the puck comes right in, and a backhander by Beskid is sent up over the top of the net. And the outlet pass is taken away. And here come Aquinas. Leading it is Fournier. She wraps around Alyssa Manny's check. Fournier still with it. 4:55, and how important would it be for Aquinas to get a goal here? Fournier with a shot, and it just missed everybody coming from left to right. And she'll go to the bench. But, you know, if Aquinas can get another one here, they're going to put a lot of pressure on Arizona State. They get a shot off now on the backhander, and it's held on to. I see a lot of potential here from Aquinas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? This thing isn't over by a long shot. And you see them kind of gaining momentum along the way, or gaining at least confidence along the way. The closer this thing stays, or the longer this thing stays close, the more opportunity they're going to find.
DuPont has 2 goals for Arizona State. Larson with 1, and Adrian with the only goal for Aquinas. Their first road goal this season. Now a bouncer that comes in, and the rebound on the same opportunity. They shoot again, and Bartels got the first opportunity, and then the second effort was sent wide. Now with authority coming back to clear the puck is Domrey's, and here comes Aquinas in for Pietrowski. Looking down in low. Comes over to the left side, up the middle, and just passed. But here comes a shot that is blocked, as McGuire got that one, blocked up the middle. And it is out to center ice for Arizona State. Aquinas with a short line change, and now they step in front. McGuire does, to clear it to the corner. And you know, Dan, all of a sudden, it has been Aquinas putting on the pressure here.
Yeah.
Puck
They're
is
skating strong.
Cleared out to center. Bartels ran into Rawls, and nothing doing there. And sent down in. Looking low is Opperman, but it's offside for her. She'll have to clear the zone. She does, and decides to go to the bench. 3:13 remaining in the second period. Kat Jones will be our guest coming up in a moment of Arizona State. Leading scorer for the team. Now we get a whistle and a stoppage and play for a penalty as it's down in low, and it will go as an interference call. And I believe Aquinas will go into the penalty box.
Well, she didn't know it yet, but yep, she's going there.
Vidas will go. So the first power play assessed to the Saints here in the second period.
that the first one for the game?
First of the game.
Wow.
There's just been 3 penalties in this game, 2 to the Sun Devils and 1 now to the Saints. So it'll be a power play for Arizona State. They are 2 for 13, 15.3% this season. Behind the net. Centered it up the middle as it came off the stick of Kat Jones. And now left side drive and a blocker save. This one came off of DuPont's opportunity. Now again in front. Oh, what a huge deflection as Kennedy came out as Kat Jones was looking for the shot, and Kennedy said, you know what, enough of this, and she deflected it away. Line change for Aquinas. Now here's Arizona State. They have a 3-on-2 into the zone. Working it low is DuPont. DuPont has it left face-off dot. Working the power play now for 1:10. 2:10 remaining in the period. It's in low, a backhander in, save, rebound loose. Elliott got that shot, and then the second effort rebound is held on to.
Kennedy really getting a workout tonight, but doing well.
And that was actually Gloyd, number 6, not 4, Elliott. Again, these numbers a little too hard to see.
A little more difficult.
Well, that's our fault. And it's our first time seeing these teams. Arizona State with a possession. McGinley sends it wide. Near side boards to DuPont. It is taken away and cleared up and out and all the way down. When this penalty expires, barring any further penalties, there will be 1 minute remaining in the second period. Sun Devils. Now with Sunderman across the line. And it is taken away by the defense of Aquinas and cleared by Amelia Bartels. 24 seconds to go in the power play. 3-1 in favor of ASU. Puck as far as the line and cleared. 13 seconds remains. Play is in the Arizona State zone. A line change for the Sun Devils. They're able to get it out to DuPont. Left side, power play is expired. Less than a minute to go in the period, and a 3-1 lead for ASU. Now again, here's DuPont. Has it taken away and flipped out to center. Shots 27-16. We came into the period at 16-9. That's in favor of ASU. Now the Sun Devils again. Goes to Potter with 34 seconds remaining. Cut off at the top by Manko. And now possession will go to the Saints. They do get it out to center ice, and here might be a lead for Bartels. Shot in, misses wide. Off the boards, Bartel again looking in front, nobody there. Good defensive play by Catherine Jones. Puck squirts free, low along the right face-off dot. 9 seconds remaining in the period. Near side with 4, and that should do it at center ice. And the buzzer sounds after 40 minutes of play. 11 shots in the period on Allie Kennedy, 2-period total of 27, and 8 for a 2-period total of 16. Actually, that'd be 7 for a 2-period total of 16 on Jordan Nash Bolden. Power plays. There was, in the second period, just 2, 1 for each team. The Sun Devils are 0 for 1, and the Saints are 0 for 2 on the power play.
Well, I tell you what, Aquinas can hold their head up on that period of action, that's for sure. They met them 1-1 on goals for the period. Shots on goal were fairly even. Good hard-hitting action in that period from both squads as they got a little bit more physical along the way. And I was very pleasantly surprised at how Aquinas held them toe-to-toe in that entire period and looked good at doing it.
They did in the second period at 4:07. As you mentioned, Dan, after it was a 2-0 lead, Adrian gets the goal, and the assist go to Piotrowski And a good second and third effort here. And the first goal on the road for Aquinas, and Adrian gets it, and it is a 2-1 game. But then DuPont comes back, gets her second of the game, fourth of the season at 4:54, just about 40 seconds later. And unfortunately, that's where we stand after the scramble, and a 3-1 game as we go into the third period.
Man, some nice zoom work from that cameraman.
Yeah, that cameraman's good. I think I'm going to hire him. So after 2 periods of play, it is a 3-1 lead for Arizona State. We'll take a break, and when we come back, talk with Kat Jones of Arizona State University, and we'll do that in just a moment. 3-1. We'll be back.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey. Now through February, exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
We're back at Mediacom Ice Park. Steve Cass and Dan Lee. Now talking with Kat Jones, the other Catherine. Kat Jones here from Arizona State University. Kat, 6 goals, 1 assist. You have a 3-game goal-scoring streak now, and your team seems to be kind of on a roll after having a couple of really close games, and now all of a sudden you guys look at your record and you're 4-2-1-1, and everything's looking, or actually 3-2-1-1, and everything's looking good.
Yeah, everything's great. We're getting our roll, we're getting our momentum going, and I feel like the more we play together, the better we work together, and it's just up from here.
Big game last night, of course. Oh, I think you turned up mine. Anyway, big game last night, come up with a hat trick and an assist, so 4 points on the night. Or was it 2 assists? No, it was just a 1 assist. So 4 points on the night, and you weren't the only one on your team having a good night.
No, a bunch of freshmen have been scoring their first goals lately, and it's awesome to see. It makes me really happy, and I wouldn't be scoring if it weren't for the rest of my team, so...
Well, that's the make of a good hockey player, right? Because first of all you care about is your teammates. You don't really care about your accolades, especially when someone asks you about it. So that's always a good thing. You come from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. What's the hockey like out there compared to the middle of the country now?
Definitely more hockey, more girls hockey. Coming here, it's rare. It's not as big of a thing, but I still enjoy it just as much. So.
Literally every player and coach we've talked to so far this week, and with the exception of Coach Pallardy, every one of them has said, I started with my brothers, or somebody in my family played hockey. Is that the case with you too?
That is the case for me. My dad.
Yep.
My dad was a hockey
Your dad
player.
was the one?
Yeah, he was.
And did he get out there and make you slave every night? Or?
No. He just inspires me. He always knows what to say. He always knows how to help me out with what I'm struggling with, and wear his number now. So. Did
you get to watch him play when you were young? Or?
I didn't. No. He played before I was born. But.
Now, how old were you when you first got on skates?
I was 9 or 10. I think I was 10.
That's actually pretty late for a
hockey
player.
Start. I was a gymnast.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
And that also is an understanding of why you are the way you are out on the ice, because of gymnastics.
Yeah, it helps a lot with any sport because it just strengthens your entire body. So
strength and balance, and that's about what it is for any athlete. Yeah.
Exactly.
So do you tell some of your teammates, do you kind of show them, okay, this is a gymnastic move, this is what you need to do? Do you do anything like that?
No, I'm quite out of practice with that.
So it's been a while.
It has.
Well, you guys looked pretty sharp last night. You've got a couple of good games ahead of you. Aquinas came in last night and really showed something to McKendree, and I'm sure that got your coach's attention as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a bit tougher of a game, but if we come out hard, we come out at our own level, then I think we'll do pretty well.
You're just a freshman.
Yes.
But you kind of have the flair for dramatics. In that 4-4 game, you scored late in, I believe, the second period and late in the third to at least earn a 4-4 tie. You get a hat trick. Do you kind of feel like maybe players are looking up to you?
I don't know. If they are, I just hope that they know that it's because of them that I'm performing like this. It's not just me, it's everybody else working together. So
Such a big part of hockey is trying to find that camaraderie on your line.
Mhm.
When did you know you and your line were clicking?
when we were scoring, I guess, my line currently is Danielle DuPont and Amy Galickskin, and we're working really well together. So
Oh, DuPont definitely has 4 assists already. She's dishing to you a lot.
She's great. She's a great line mate.
So you come out here, you find the line that you want. As long as everything stays healthy, that's the way it is. But do you feel like Coach can go ahead and change these lineups anytime she wants to, and you guys are going to be all right?
Yeah, I would say so. The more we practice together, the more we all work better together. So as time goes on, I think, yeah, that could be the case.
Now, you played for the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite squad. How different is it playing with them, and now all of a sudden you're stuck in, I say stuck, but you're thrown into college now, and is it a completely different monster?
Honestly, I think it's similar when it comes to camaraderie. Like I grew really close with this team really, really fast, and I love every second I spend with them, and that's how my old team was too. So it's really similar for me actually, and it's actually makes it feel more home-like, I guess.
And that's a good thing. But on the ice, though, is it any different on the ice?
Is it a faster level or a stronger level? Or
I would say a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, yeah. Higher competition, definitely.
Kat Jones is joining us from Arizona State University, the Sun Devils, freshman out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Do you have any goals? I mean, scoring aside and all that stuff, what are some goals that you might have on the ice? Some things that you personally want to accomplish?
I just want the team to grow as a whole. I just want everybody to do as well as they can. So I just want everyone to be happy, everybody to be growing, and that's my goal, is for the team to just grow as a whole.
Well, Kat, your coach kind of laid down the law on us. We only had so much time, and I think we might have exceeded that.
No, we're good. We have a few more minutes.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk.
Right.
And trust me, we'll talk to your coach and say it's our fault if she says she couldn't get ready in time. But and I ask this to a lot of people. I know you're just a freshman, but what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to do something with forensic psychology.
Wow.
Something with studying terrorism or extremism, crimes like that. I think it's really interesting, and I'd like to study the psychology behind it. So
that is very interesting. Yeah, that is something that could shake the world one day.
Yeah.
And it's something that I can't tie into hockey at all. So, But what made you do? I mean, obviously, you're living in a time. We all are living in a time that is completely different from years past. And I saw something today which is interesting, and it was a news person on TV, and he had, during a live interview, had said, this is where we're coming to when somebody walks up to me and starts yelling fake news, and he says this is what the world's coming to when he's trying to report on something live that's actually happened, that's real. And there's just the world is changing, bottom line, and the fact that you want to kind of jump in there and get involved into such a changing, strange world it goes along with the personality that I think you have right now, because you don't want to give any credit to yourself. From the beginning here, it's all your team. It's all about somebody else, and I can tell that you'd do very well in that.
Well, thanks.
That, for sure.
I have to ask the obvious question, though. Do you think there will come a time for a return to civility?
It's a difficult question. It's definitely going to take a lot of work and a lot of compromise. I don't know. That's my answer. I have no idea.
That's a good answer, actually.
There's
a very good answer.
There's no way of knowing.
Right.
But the one thing that you do know is you want the best for your team.
Definitely.
And the one thing I would ask is, if you can name somebody, and it could be more than one person, but who do you think right now is kind of that inspirational player, the person that as soon as you walk in the locker room, if this person says something, okay, we're listening?
Casey McGinley, 100%. She just has that positive energy that everybody needs, so definitely her, without a doubt.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on board with us for a little bit today. You guys have got a couple of more tests here in Missouri. What do you think of Springfield, Missouri so far?
Quite gray.
What was that?
Gray.
Oh, well, and this is strange because we have not had gray, dull skies in a long time. It's been nice and blue and warm and fantastic.
We wanted to make it feel more like hockey weather.
Yeah. But no, it for some reason, and the forecast was for great weather. It was 80 degree and sunny was the forecast for this week, and I thought, oh, perfect.
Yeah,
but
didn't work out that way.
I mean, obviously in Arizona, you don't have to worry about any of that, except for the haboobs that come through, right? That's probably it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we're sorry we couldn't help you out with the weather any more than we have, but we appreciate the good hockey activity and all the great games we're seeing this weekend. And we wish you well on getting that 4th straight game today.
Thank you very much.
And you're looking on a 4-game goal scoring streak maybe, so hopefully that'll happen for you. And like I do, I always wish everybody at the end of an interview more goals, so I do wish that for you. And don't tell Coach we kept you about 2 minutes extra.
That's all right.
You can run.
She's probably watching. She's probably watching, finger on the watch. Come on, get out there. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Kat Jones, the other Catherine. Now, did you go by Kat just because there was another Catherine?
No, I've gone by Kat since 1st grade, so it worked out.
So it worked out just fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you spell it with a K. She spells it, the other Jones, with a C. So
yes.
Either way. Now, do you get confused at all?
Sometimes when people say Catherine, I'll look up, but they say Catherine referring to her. So when they say Kat, it's me.
All right.
All right.
Well, Kat Jones, thanks for joining us.
Thank you
appreciate
for having
it.
me.
And we'll take a break. More hockey coming up in just a moment.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
Let's head for the 3rd period. Here's Steve Casson.
After 40 minutes of play, a 3-1 lead for Arizona State over Aquinas College. And joining us in the booth is Nick Batters. And Nick, you saw yesterday's game. You had a chance to see this game here. Aside from the fact that Aquinas is really pushing a lot on Arizona State, do you see a difference between the two games?
Yesterday, we saw ASU control the pace of play for a lot of the game, and that wasn't exactly the case in the 1st period. It looked like Aquinas was applying a whole lot of pressure on ASU in the offensive zone in the 1st period, and I think that resulted in limited chances or less sustained opportunities than I think Arizona State wanted. But in the 2nd period, it felt like ASU picked things up a little bit, was stronger, was able to spend more consistent time in their offensive zone. Aquinas does obviously look better than Concordia did last night, but still I'd say that ASU has gotten to where they were after the 2nd period yesterday in the sense that they're really controlling most aspects of this game.
One thing I noticed is Aquinas had a couple of odd man, odd women. I guess it's okay. We can say the odd man rush, but I've seen them the Saints getting a lot of those quality chances, which didn't happen yesterday.
You're absolutely right. Jordan Ashbolden, she's certainly been more tested today, not only in the shot total, 16 right now compared to the 10 the game ended at yesterday, but she really is having to deal with a lot tougher shots. You're absolutely right. The defense has had more work for them.
Well, we're going to add you into our color as Dan Lee has settled in to do camera work. And Dan, you said to me, hey, I've gotten some good shots and some good replays, so we're just going to let you do that.
Yeah, I'm actually surprising myself tonight. I don't think I've missed one yet. I shouldn't say anything. I've probably just jinxed myself right off the ice now.
Well, I tell you what, though, one thing that may become a jinx is if Aquinas can get this next goal. Very important. Get this next goal, a lot of the pressure will be now put on Arizona State, so we'll see what happens as we start the 3rd period. Arizona State will skate from the right to the left, and Aquinas College from the left to the right. Daniel Dupont in to take the draw, and for Aquinas, it's Maria Manko, and off the puck possession, it will be to Arizona State. Dropping into the right side is Dupont. Already has 2 goals in today's game. Puck is cleared all the way down into the zone. Nash Bolden is directing traffic, but a shot does come her way off of the stick of Manko. But to go to the near side, sent down in low. Now working it around is Alyssa Ayers. but it can't get to it. Comes to the left dot, still a battle for it, and then finally taken away by Kat Jones, who we just talked to. And did you enjoy as Kat Jones comes in, breaks in, drives, save, and covered up.
Wow.
Right on the doorstep as she broke in all alone on the right side and held on to by Allie Kennedy. But did you enjoy the fact that she wants to become a forensic scientist?
Isn't that so impressive?
And what she wants to do kind of, I said this off the air, and I am actually going to say it, but she has a very matter-of-fact attitude.
Oh, so true.
She really would do well in the FBI or one of those type of organizations where those people tend to be very matter-of-fact.
Agreed. Yeah, no, one of the things that's always impressed me when I'm interviewing her is the fact that she's straight to the point and says what's on her mind, but she is taking time to think about it to make sure that what she's saying is coming out eloquently and how she wants it to.
Yeah, and it's always a good thing to meet a young person who has a real set of valuable goals.
Yep.
I think my goal at that age was to see if I could chug a pitcher. I think that's about as close as I got to lofty.
My goal was to see if I could broadcast a game and not mess up.
Oh, I'm in that boat right now.
Well, you keep working at it, Steve.
Yeah. Nothing's happened yet, right? Well, it'll be ASU with possession. Here's Alyssa Manny. Left side. Everybody waits for her to get into the zone, so they stay on side with 18:52 to go in the period. And the puck is cleared out to center, where it'll be corralled again by Sheridan Gloyd. Had an assist in yesterday's game out of Chandler, Arizona. Puck sent away, taken away, and now right side working it is Dom Ross and gets an opportunity off the side of the net and in, but the whistle had been blown. The puck went in, but the whistle was blown.
Yep. They lost sight of it just long enough, and it will not count.
And
so close.
That was what Aquinas needed, but unfortunately, the referee blew the whistle dead. 18:34 to go in the period. Getting back to Kat, one thing I also noticed about her, too, was she does not give credit to herself. It's all to her team.
Yep.
And, you talk about her accolades, and that doesn't matter. But look what so-and-so did, and look what our goaltender did. That's the type of person she is, and I think she's going to do well and go far in her career choice.
And whatever she chooses.
Yep.
Still impresses me that she's only a freshman.
Yeah, that's one thing we talked about, and she said, it's all good. It doesn't matter, but we have a lot of seniors on the team that play better. That kind of an attitude. Puck behind the net to Beskid. And she clears it to the far side and kicked out to center. Hancock trying to race down, but stepping in front of her is McGuire. And it goes back into the zone where it's possessed by Aquinas. They get a small line change. Here comes Aubrey Beskid out of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Beskid with a shot in off the side of the net, and it's held on to right close along the goal line.
Over these last two games, Aubrey Beskid's had a lot of opportunities really close to the net. She hasn't been able to convert on any. I was talking to her after the game yesterday at dinner, and she just feels that it's almost there. She's inches away from finally getting her first goal this season.
Yeah, she's one that I knew I was going to do that. She's one of, if I can look down my list here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are still looking. Well, she'll make 6, but are still looking for their first goal.
Little equipment repair going on with the goal right now, so just a moment of relaxation.
17:45 to go in the period. DuPont has 2, Larson has 1, and Adrian, that's her last name for Aquinas, and Kelly Adrian has the only goal. The first road goal that's been scored by Aquinas. Puck is cleared all the way down. And this is no icing, so chasing it is Vitas. She gets pulled off the play. Puck is cleared to the corner, held in. Left side shot that's deflected up over the net. Behind it is worked for by Ashlyn Sunderland. And I take that back. No, it's 21 Vitas, not Sunderland on ASU. But here comes ASU. Larson. She breaks free. Larson shoots, and a save. Where is it? It's in the pads of the goaltender, Kennedy, and she kicked it out, luckily. And it's out of harm's way. Puck across the line, into the zone. Working it down low is Maya Opperman to the far side. 16:49 to go in the period. And ASU still with possession problems, can't clear it, and finally it hits a skate. McGuire, or make that Aaron Rawls, and it's cleared all the way down. Full sail change for both teams. And Aquinas in their own zone. Dan made mention yesterday when I said that this is Aquinas' first road goal, and he said, yeah, but if you're the home team playing here tonight, is that a road goal? While I agree with him as the shot comes in and Nash Bolden holds on, you're still playing on the road. You're the home team, but you're playing on the road. So that's what I'm going to go with, at their first road goal of the season.
I'll go with that because I didn't know her. I wouldn't have asked you.
I mean, it was a good question. I mean, this is considered technically neutral ice. So it's the road. It's only because I want to be right. That's what it is. 16:08 to go in the period. I'm kidding. But here comes McGinley. Had it knocked off of her stick. And spun around by Kat Jones. She races through, gets it in the zone, and nobody there for ASU. Buck comes out, shots are 30-18. But this is still a close game. You get another goal, and if it comes to Aquinas, it's going to be a completely different hockey game. But they have to work at it. Here comes a shot by McGinley, partially tipped off the side of the net, goes behind the cage, comes right up the middle, and deflected. Still a pinball-like opportunity there for Aquinas to clear it, but they can't. Shot in, and a big save as Kennedy steered that one aside. I think that went off of Gullickson. And now Gullickson behind the net, looking for some help. Gets it from Kat Jones. Right out in front, trying to steer it in front is Larson. No, that's DuPont, 19. And it is cleared out to center ice. Here's a nice race, breaking by everybody. Piotrowski, she could come within a goal. She shoots, and the whistle blows again, and we get a hooking call. So it'll be a power play as Piotrowski gets hooked on the attempt. She does get a shot off, but this one will be called on, I believe Ayers is going to go to the penalty box. So this is the third power play for the Saints.
And they have had some good effort. The first one not so much, but the second effort was pretty good. We gave them some good opportunities.
We'll see what happens here. What a great time for the Saints to get something. Immediately a drive, and it's Bartels to get it. And she spied that lower corner, and when Nash Bolden made the save, she kind of looked up and said, oh, I can't believe she was so quick on that.
Her reflex is so impressive.
And here's something a little different. Aquinas is starting to win the faceoffs now, and that's making a difference too.
That is a big key. That's something you mentioned earlier, Dan, and they've been able to do that. And here comes Bartels. She has it drive in, and one of the best opportunities is steered aside by Molden. Comes up to the high slot, and it's out to center. Went off the stick of Domres. 14:35 to go in the period. Fans are starting to get into it a little bit here. And the puck is sent all the way down in low into the Aquinas end of the ice by Alyssa Manny. So Aquinas looking better on the power play now. 1:17 to go in it. Tipped into the corner and off the stick of Vitas, and it's out to center ice. Vitas going to the penalty box. She just let the puck, or to the bench, and she just let the puck go. Here comes Sheridan Gloyd. Gloyd has some room, protects the puck. Tried to get it up to the corner of the net, and it moves to the near side with now 56 seconds to go on the power play, left to right across the line. Here is an opportunity for Piotrowski, looking for some help. Gets that help in Vitas, who's coming back. Or no, I take that back. That is Bartels, and we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. Third time's a charm. That was Maria Manko, 91. The captain. I should have known by the C.
Well, you'd think you'd get some help from that ASU guy over there.
It's okay. He's just letting me make my mistakes. That's all. Buck immediately cleared and sent all the way down. I had a broadcast partner one time, and he would do that. He would, every little mistake I made, he would call it out. And let's just say he was not my broadcast partner after one game. It was a little tough to work with that. Puck is cleared in. I just let him, he made mistakes like crazy. I just let him go. Here is a wind from the left side, and a good opportunity and a big save there as the shot by Ashley Reese was steered aside by Nash Bolden, and it's cleared with 9 seconds to go on the power play. At center, Now sent back in by McGinley, in on goal, and that'll do it. Power play is over. We get a stoppage in play. 13:02 to go in the third period.
And that's a smart stoppage right there by Kennedy because it allows everybody to get fresh skates on the ice.
Yeah, that's what they really needed, both teams, in fact.
Really good kill there by Arizona State. Their penalty kill has improved as the season has gone on, especially this week, and I've been impressed. Seeing the adjustments they've made from last week and having allowed 3 goals while on the penalty kill to Midland.
Yeah, they were at 81.3% coming into today's game. They only had 1 power play opportunity against in yesterday's game, so they kind of improved, 3 for 16 now. Although if you look at today's date, if we add those extra 3, so 3 for 19. Buck back into the Aquinas end of the ice, 3:42 remaining. And little trouble at the side of the net. Shot in, save, rebound as Kennedy made the save, and a loose puck taken away by Aquinas. They slowly but surely get it out to center ice, and it'll be Hancock back of her own zone. Behind the back pass, does make it to everybody. It goes to Beskid. She has some room left side, down the middle. Beskid shoots, and a save. It'll be held on to by Kennedy.
Beskid's definitely been creating a lot of opportunities for herself this week, and especially compared to, I guess it was a slow start that she got out to at the beginning of the season, but this weekend, and even going back to the game on Sunday that ASU played against Midland, she's been creating more chances for herself in front of the net.
Just a sophomore. She does have 1 point. She has an assist already. But yeah, to get that first goal, that's always a plus. And there have been some first goals in a lot of these games here today, and this weekend actually.
9 of ASU's 11 freshman skaters have already recorded a point, which is really showing to the importance of the depth of this year's team.
It is, as with 12:01 to go in the period, we'll have a face-off. This one will be Maria Manko to take it for Aquinas. Coming in is Finn Larson. Speaking of that, she got her first goal. Puck off the draw, goes to the near side, held in by Steinman, and it's cleared out to center, though. Here comes Larson. If that is Larson, 18, or is that 19 DuPont?
Looks like Larson to me.
Okay, Larson with it. I need to go with my first gut. 11:42 remaining. Behind the net, here's Rawls. Sends it to the near side. Racing is Manny to keep it in, but it is out to center ice, and it will be Gloyd to come back.
Finn Larson, she's going to the World University Games in March, not for hockey, though, for bandy.
Bandy?
Bandy.
Okay, I've heard of it, but explain, is that...
It's like field hockey on ice.
Okay, it's on ice?
It is, yeah.
Bucks it all the way down, and I didn't know as we get an icing call.
Yeah, I know what I'm going to be looking up tonight.
I'm going to be looking up bandy myself. B-A-N-D-I?
B-A-N-D-Y.
B-A-N-D-Y. And it's field hockey, but that's hockey. Do you play on
my understanding is, I need to do a little more research, but my understanding is it's on a bigger sheet of ice, and it's slightly less physical.
But you do or do not play on skates?
That is a fantastic question. Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
It's probably broom ball. No, I'm kidding.
Puck comes in, and DiPietro with an opportunity and a glove save.
What a save by Jordan Nash-Boulder. Her teammates coming over and giving her some love. She has a fantastic eye in the crease. It's so impressive, whether it's that stuff right in front of the net where the team's trying to poke it into those long-distance shots. She always finds a way to get a glove on it.
This was a break that literally from the red line in, and just a big glove save on the backhander, looking with authority, was Nash Bolden. 10:53 remains. Near side boards. It'll come to the point. Right side shot. Oh, and just at the last minute, as Fournier got the shot, Nash Bolden got her left leg pad on it, and that could have been a big goal there. 10:39 to go in the period, and Aquinas is pouring it on. And Dan, how important was that goal 20 seconds into this hockey game?
No, yeah, that was a huge start for Arizona State University, and they're probably real happy they got it now.
And they do have a 2-on-2 coming out of the zone now. Kat Jones leads to Gullickson. And Jones, as she parks herself in front, Gullickson gets pulled down. Do we get a penalty? No, we don't. Play continues. Arizona State with possession. Shot up the middle. It's partially blocked. Now the trailer comes in. That's Potter, and a big save. Blocked in front, too. Another opportunity again, and a save by Kennedy, and the rebound is covered up and held on to with 9:59 to go.
Going back to our conversation on bandy, they're using a ball that's similar to the ball used in field hockey percent. They are using skates. It's bigger sheet of ice, essentially.
Okay.
Well, now I'm going to be looking for videos at least, see if I can see what it's all about. Oh, there you go, right there.
That is interesting. So it is like a field hockey stick, so it's curved and kind of like a candy cane at the bottom, correct?
Exactly.
Interesting.
That might actually be an older game than the hockey we see today.
Probably. And I thought about it. I thought, is there any sport that I could go to the Olympics in? And I guess not, as the puck comes in off of the attempt once again by Piotrowski, and it's held on to. But I thought about that. I thought, maybe luge or something like that.
I think you should be America's version of Eddie the Eagle. I think that's what you should do.
You know what? Oh my gosh!
Hit the ski jumping slope.
I would break a bone the first time I even tried. I wanted something kind of safe, but then I realized that these players are really athletes. That there's nothing that I could actually try to do. I'd have to actually physically work out and train and be an athlete. And
yeah, that might be a little hard to do with.
Well, not that I wouldn't want to do it, but somebody has to work for a living, and I couldn't do that if I was training as an athlete. That's my excuse. Puck cleared out and sent right back out by Catherine Jones, and she'll do it again. Now taken by Chmielowski, and the puck gets into the benches, so we'll have a face-off. This should come from the point of the shot, which will be the closest face-off to the Arizona State bench, and that's where they do it. 9:07 to go in the period, and Arizona State clinging to a 3-1 lead. Well, this is a much closer game than I think a lot of us thought was going to happen, and McKendree, even though they won 14-0 today over Concordia, that's kind of the matchup that I think everyone's looking at right now, as they're a little bit more suited to Arizona State. And I don't know, you were with the team, so I don't think you got a chance to see any of that game, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's hard to predict right now in another game, since we obviously have one still here with 8:38 to go. But I'm sure they're going to look at game film and kind of figure out something to do for tomorrow. Puck is cleared out to center, and racing back is Alyssa Manny.
I'll be honest, I was watching that game on my phone during lunch. And
did you?
Tomorrow's going to be a fun contest. I'm going to guess that McKendree's probably going to come out with a little more speed than ASU's expecting. It'll take them probably a period to settle in. But I mean, you look at it yesterday, and ASU, they came back from that goal really, really well early into the second period. Even they did that today in the second period. Opponent scores, they come right back and probably be the same.
Fournier was called for interference. So it'll be the second power play now for the Sun Devils here in the third period. And ASU with a chance to extend their lead. The Sun Devils have allowed one shorthanded goal against on a power play this season. 2 for 13 coming into today's game at 15.3%.
That was in their very first game of the season against Grand Canyon, that shorthanded goal. And I mean, since then, we've really seen a lot of improvement in ASU's power play, even if the numbers aren't necessarily there.
All the way down with 8:04 remaining in the period, and it has been cleared. Racing in behind her own net is McGinley. A little bit of pressure, but it's cleared out to center ice. Right side, DuPont looking for her third. DuPont protects the puck. Trying to get around Ashley Reese. She does up the middle. Here is McGinley with a shot that's blocked into the corner. Chased again. Kat Jones has it. Looking for some help. There's nobody up the middle. And taken away by Aquinas. They do not have any shorthanded goals for, but trying to get one now is Piotrowski, and she'll just send it in down low. It's going to be a line change for her. But racing hard is Manko. Cut off at the pass. Now it's Arizona State to wait and set things up slowly, surely. The assistant captain, Potter, will send it up into the corner. 54 seconds remains, and it's cleared back down. 7:05 remains in this hockey game.
Pretty sure-footed penalty kill here from Aquinas.
As they steal it, and Vitas gets a opportunity stuck aside by Nash Bolden. Goes to the near corner now. Kat Jones with it. Low along the goal line on the near side. To the point, and Jones will carry it. If they hurry, it's a 3-on-2, but instead it's a line change for Arizona State. So with 25 seconds remaining in the power play, it'll be Jones behind the net. Goes to the far side. Now coming in is Finn Larson. Goes to the right point to Ayers. Now down the middle. She shoots. Oh, big save there. Rebound. And Jones follows up, or Ayers follows up her own rebound. Now she gets an opportunity in on the side of the net. Big save, rebound. It's blocked. Had a great opportunity to try to put it up in the upper corner and had to get it through some bodies. Couldn't do it. Now the power play is over. We're 5-on-5, and directing traffic is Nash Boland, but instead she says, I'm just going to cover up and let's settle things up. With 6:05 to go in the period. Shots now 43-26. At one point, they were 33-26, so things have changed a little bit now.
And you asked me when I first came on what has been the difference between yesterday's game and today's game for Arizona State, and one of the things that I'm starting to notice is, in addition to the shots not being there, ASU's rebounding isn't necessarily there like it was yesterday.
Buck to the near side. I have noticed that Arizona State has kind of, for the lack of better terms, gotten used to the ice. The bus legs are gone, all that. First period in yesterday's game, it was just a little tough, I think, for both teams, but a little bit more pep in the step for Arizona State now. 5:43 to go in the period. And for all teams involved, in fact, because I saw a little bit of the Aquinas game, and they looked a little slow out of the gate, but now they've picked it up. Line change for the Saints, just a short one. They get 2 off, and now it's ASU with Ayers. Puck is out to center as it was almost stolen by a racing Opperman. 5:17 to go in the period. Another quick hockey game here, even though it did start late at 7:30. Here is, we got an ASU player down, a break for Avery Martin, but
looks like Aubrey Beskett.
Yeah, as she is down on the ice. I don't know if we caught what happened there. I'm going to see if we...
I don't think we did.
Yeah, I don't know about our cameraman. I don't know if he was able to catch that or not, but oh yes, our cameraman did catch that. So here's what happened. As she was kind of tripped, she was in between 2 players and got tripped.
Like when she came up, she was holding some part of her left elbow or arm.
Yeah, I think she went straight down. I'm going to see if we can get a better angle at it here. And let's see here. Okay, so here's kind of what happened. She was kind of skating through and just got tripped between 2 players as we go back to live action. And a bouncing puck is held onto by Nash Bolden. And when she tripped, she literally just couldn't put her hands down or anything, and I think that's the issue there. 4:51 remaining in the period. And don't forget our next broadcast. That will be tomorrow. Aquinas, Concordia, Ann Arbor, 3 o'clock. Face-off drop. We hope that you will tune in right here at Mediacom Ice Park. Meanwhile, Aquinas had possession momentarily at center ice, and they'll drop it down in. 4:35 remaining. Skating over is McGuire. Off of her and then off of a stick and back into the Saints zone. Puck sent all the way down. This should be an icing call, and it is, with 4:20 to go. So Aquinas cannot change. Arizona State was in the midst of doing that, and they get the opportunity to. 4:20 remaining in the period. So Arizona State had a chance to go to a school today, and I believe that's what you guys did?
Yeah, the girls went to a Weller Elementary School where Lindsay Ellis's mom, Peggy, is a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
And they got the chance to teach some low-income students, or they worked in their hockey unit with some low-income 5th graders, and it was just so much fun to watch both the players and the students enjoying themselves.
Big save there by Kennedy. It's still up the middle, and it gets underneath the stick of McGinley and all the way down. Actually, no, that was underneath the stick of Manny. We come the other way, though, across the line, and just a light shot that is held onto.
First, what they ended up doing was they were going around to some kindergarten classes and talking with the students about the importance of getting good grades and how that translates to playing collegiate athletics. And then they got the chance to go into a gym and just playing some hockey with some kids. They were enjoying themselves. The kids were having good laughs. The kindergartners were coming in and mingling with the players. It was a lot of fun.
Well, you will be surprised, but there are a lot of people in this town that don't even know there's a hockey league. They don't know there's leagues. They don't know that Missouri State has been here for 18 seasons. A lot of people still don't get that, but that's okay. We're turning them on slowly but surely. Puck to the corner. And at center, it'll be taken by the Saints. Back in the Aquinas zone with 3:24 to go. Of course, the Big Bearhead, Missouri State plays here. They have the Division I and the Division III team. And Division I right now is ranked, the rankings just came out, and I think we're now ranked number,
wasn't it 12?
Yeah, I think we're number 12. We were at number, or 11. We were at number 10.
Yeah, 11 maybe.
Something like that. But at this point, it's nice to have a lot of hockey here, especially in this town, and of course Larry Ellis, he works here for O'Reilly's, and he's just a big supporter of the hockey team. Love that. Meanwhile, here comes Aquinas, a shot that's partially blocked off the stick of McGuire. It'll go to the near side, or for the far side that is, and sent all the way in. 2:30 remaining in the period.
Well, whatever energy the short Aquinas bench has been saving up, they can use it right now with 2.5 to go. We might see them turn on the Jets here.
2:16 remaining. Puck in across the line where it'll be held by Nash Bolden.
Now, we're down under 2 minutes to go, 2-goal deficit. You think about pulling Kennedy out?
I don't know at this point. I mean, you're going to have to, Dan, you hate when I do this, but if you're going to have to break it down, then you have to break it down to about a goal every minute.
Here comes the math. I don't know. I think if you get it down to about 1.5 minutes and you've got it on the right end of the ice, you might think about sending Allie to the bench.
Maybe, possibly. If we get a timeout. So I just looked it up. So Missouri State was number 11. They dropped to number 12. They haven't played in 2 weeks, and so that's the penalty you get for not playing. You drop, and that's good because the team needed a break. You got to blame the scheduler. I'm the scheduler, by the way. So you got to blame me because I scheduled a lot of tough games early on, and now a good break. Homecoming was last weekend, so they wanted to do that, and then of course a break this weekend for this tournament that's here. Can't play any games during this, so they start next weekend. Too bad you can't come here, but next weekend is going to be Star Wars night. And we are going to have a jersey, a Star Wars jersey, and I'll see if I can quickly show it to you here. It is going to feature probably one of the best jerseys that I have seen in a while.
As we go back to action here with a 2-minute warning coming up.
See Aubrey Best get back out there. Just a couple minutes on the bench. She looks all right.
And they try to freeze it along the boards here. That we've seen some good coaching here in this tournament. I thought that was a brilliant call by Katie O'Brien to take that time out and give her team at least one more chance to get their legs underneath them.
So coming across on the right side, or the left side, that is Elliott. It's down the middle with 1:34 to go. Poked away by the goaltender. Now Kennedy has lost her goal stick. She does not have that, and it's a good 5-6 feet away from her. Now one of the players gets it to her. She has it back. Play with 1:21. It goes to the right side. Here's Ayers. Gets a shot in, and it's held on to. 1:15 to go. So I showed you this Star Wars jersey, and it's got Chewbacca on the front.
What a beautiful looking jersey.
Is that cool?
Wow, that's fantastic.
Well, no, don't show it to me. I wouldn't want to see it.
No. Well,
okay, there it is.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like it.
It's very nice.
I've always been impressed. It seems like every minor league hockey or baseball team does a Star Wars night, and it seems like everyone's always coming up with new jersey designs.
Yeah, it's fun stuff. Now, I have no idea if Lucasfilms cares or not, but we're not telling anybody. 1:07 to go in this game, and again, it's held on to by Kennedy. The one thing that I've noticed, and we could talk about a bunch of different goaltenders, but like Brittany Simpson of Concordia, we're now talking here tonight with Allie Kennedy. these goaltenders have faced a lot of rubber, and they're still venerable goaltenders. You can get, you could take these goaltenders, put them on any other team, as Kennedy has to make a big save right up the middle, and it is cleared. Here might be a break. Coming in is Pietrowski, and she gets a shot off, but it's held on to.
I think a good example of the effect that has is you look at Jordan Ashboyden last year, faced exactly 1,000 shots. She comes in this year, she's not facing as many shots as she used to. And the result is she isn't really allowing more than a goal or two in any game.
And a little surprising, ASU would be crashing the net right there and leaving the back door open a bit. Fortunately, they know they've got a good backstop behind them.
I believe that was actually Bartels on the opportunity. Bartels is the one that has the long black hair, and Pietrowski is the short, kind of blondish color hair. I can read her jersey, so that's the difference. 27 seconds remains, and a 3-1 lead.
Looks like Allie is going to stay put in the pipes.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do. If you kind of look at the end of the day here in a 3-1 game against Arizona State, you got to be happy with that.
Oh, yeah.
9 seconds to go.
And chance for one more rush.
Here's a good opportunity, stuck aside off of Bartel's shot, and that'll do it.
We thank you very much for being here tonight and hope you plan to come back.
Arizona State puts 49 shots on Allie Kennedy. 3 of them get by, and that's enough for the win. A 3-1 victory for the Sun Devils here this afternoon at Mediacom Ice Park. But a good showing by Aquinas against a very good ASU team.
20 seconds into this hockey game, DuPont gets her third of the season, and it is a 1-0 lead. O'clock, and then of course it'll be Arizona State and McKendree. That will be the final game of the showcase tomorrow night at 7:30 will be the puck drop for that one. So that'll do it here from Mediacom Ice Park as power plays. Both teams were 0 for 2 for the Sun Devils, 0 for 3 for the Saints, and with that victory it now means that Arizona State University moves to 4-2-1-1 on the season. I'm going to count that Air Force game. I'm going to say that is whether they're ACHA or not.
Yeah, it counts.
We're going to count that. So 4-2-1-1 on the season for Arizona State, and Aquinas still looking for that first win. They are 0-6 on the season. Again, that'll do it for us here at Mediacom Ice Park. For Dan Lee and for Nick Batters, thanks for joining us. The final score once again, it is a 3-1 victory for Arizona State over Aquinas College. I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow right here, 3 o'clock, for the final day of the Arizona State Showcase here at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, Missouri. Until then, good night, everyone.
So.